seemed like another game where you guys came out of halftime pretty determined to work back through you and get things going. I guess, what did you guys talk about at halftime in that regard, and why did that work so well in the second half?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I was in foul trouble, and so they didn't want me to pick up another foul. And I think once you have those 2 fouls and you go into the next half, you kind of have a clean slate. But I don't know, we didn't really talk about it, to be honest. It just, for whatever reason, it keeps happening that they go back to me at the beginning of the second half.
You really came out and set a physical tone, too, on offense and on the glass there to start the second half. Was that in response to how they kind of started the first half?
Yeah. I think for me it was just something personal. I've been getting very many rebounds, especially for the minutes that I've been playing. And so I really want to just focus on going in there and trying to rebound as hard as possible and trying to be as physical as possible. It's something that I did a great job of last year, and I want to bring it to this year.
But you're really physical on offense. You really went after those guys. Did you feel like you could kind of really leverage your?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like I was saying, once you have it's a clean slate at that second half. You only have 2 fouls, and I felt like I could be free again. I didn't have to play pass. If that makes sense. So
you guys got the fast break going there in the first half for some points and things that the defense was creating. Do you think that can be more of a weapon because of this lineup configuration specifically?
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. Obviously, you have Cam and Miles, 2 of the most athletic, in my opinion, 2 of the most athletic players in the country. Obviously, they shoot the ball really well as well. So you have, me at the 5 and playing that small ball, you're going to get more of those opportunities, play in fast break. Now, that's one of our biggest things. Like, when teams press us, we want to go score. We don't want to just break the press and set up offense. We want to go and try to score. And I think that lineup really allows you to do that.
Along those lines, you had 2 assists there in press break to Cam. Is he to a point now where you just kind of look for him as a shooter and a cutter?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He does a great job of spacing. And there was one where he hit me in that middle area and then cut back door. So he knows when to cut, he knows when to space. And, when you have high IQ guys that can do that, you're just picking your poison and finding open people.
Zach was such a big presence for you guys the last 2 years. What does it mean to you guys to be able to show a national audience you guys can still play a pretty good brand of basketball?
I think it means a lot. It just shows, some of the guys who, I'm thinking especially, Cam, Miles, those type guys who didn't get, probably the role that they wanted last year. But it was just because, they had such a great team last year, but they are more than ready to play at the highest level. So it just shows how deep our team is.
Just the scrap you saw from your team today. Jakari making some hustle plays, Cam making some hustle plays, Miles gets down on the floor, ends up with Fletcher getting fouled. Are you seeing a real competitive instinct here from this team?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those guys won us the game today, in my opinion. Just the way they set the tone, getting extra possessions, scrapping for loose balls. That's something that Coach told us going into the game, that we had to outcompete NC State. We were going to win. They did an excellent job.